Hey, it's Natalie.
Hey, it's Taylor.
And we are going to we're going to share some of our, most of our inside jokes with you guys in a multi-part video. So this is part 1, which is bus jokes. So you can go first.
Alright,
Sorry.
so, the Mountain Dew bottle. Alright, so this kid, last year, he threw why do I always say water? He threw a Mountain Dew bottle. He threw a Mountain Dew bottle across the bus.
At a kid's head.
At a kid's head. It hit the head and it went outside the bus. And
It hit the
he
kid's
got
head, like
so much
bounced
trouble.
off, goes out the window, like flies out the window.
Yeah. It was so funny.
Our whole bus was like cracking up.
We were like,
laughing.
are you serious?
Even our bus driver was like, oh my god.
He was trying so hard to like act serious and yell at him for it, but he
couldn't.
Same.
Okay, fancy schmancy. Alright, so we have this hybrid high-tech bus, and one day it was being repaired, so we had a different bus. So the next day we got it back. And this kid gets on the bus and goes, oh my gosh, we get the fancy bus back. And she goes, it's fancy schmancy, huh? I was like,
That was funny
what?
though.
It was really fun. Like, I was laughing for like 5 minutes. It
I
was
turned
so
around, I was so serious, and then I turned around and she's like laughing. So of course I have to laugh.
Okay. Conference. Okay.
You know.
Gucci. Okay, so in Gucci songs, he's like, Gucci. And so she like turned to me one day and goes, Gucci. And I was like, you're a creeper. But I was laughing so hard. I was like,
This is not comfy.
it was really funny. I was like, you're a creeper. Okay. Girls in skinny jeans.
Oh. Alright, so it was like really hot outside and we have to wear jeans. And she was like, oh, I like your jeans. And I was like, oh, them girls and them skinny jeans. And she was like, what? I was like, sorry, I don't know where that came from.
It was really funny. Bounce. The song Ignition by R. Kelly, it goes bounce, bounce, bounce. And so we were listening to it one day. It's a good song. Look it up. And we were listening to it one day, and the kids were getting off the bus. So she goes bounce to like every single one of them. And so I was like, all right. So now every day we go bounce, bounce to like every kid that gets off the bus, and they're all like,
They all look at us like we have 6 heads.
it's really funny. All right.
Like, we're serious. Alright, so this kid in front of us, he stood up in, like, the middle of the bus ride, and he goes, what was that?
It was
really
random
funny.
as heck. Like, he must have been talking to somebody, but, like, it was random as heck for us. And so he's like, what was that? I was like, all right. Broski. There's this chick on our bus that thinks she's cool, and I'm not going to name names because we don't do that. We're not going to name names in this video, but, she's like, what was that? Broski? And, like, cocks her head to the side, and she's like,
She's like
what's
always
that?
had that problem
I
with like
was
her
like,
head. Like,
she like talks
I don't
like
know what's
this.
wrong
Like,
with
I
her,
don't
but
know
she
what
like
it
goes
is.
like that.
She doesn't
It's
have
really
like a
weird.
disability, but she's like that, like all the
It's
time.
like
I'm
her neck
all right.
muscles like on the side. She has a big head.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you can the teacher.
Teacher. Oh, no, you tell it one because I wasn't there on that day.
Okay. All right. So there's this teacher at our school, and he's like really outgoing.
That's what it is.
He's out there and everything. So this kid on our bus last year draws a picture of him wearing shape-ups, and on the calendar in the background it said give blank detention, because I'm not gonna say names, but it said give blank detention, and the shape-ups he had on were squares.
It was squares with S's in
with
them.
S's in them. And I was like, wow, this is what you do in art class. All right. He also asked us, the kid also asked us, we're kind of like, we were Justin Bieber fans, like not as much anymore because, you know, whatever. So, but we're like Justin Bieber fans. So he was like, would you kiss Justin Bieber if he had a tumor on his lip? And we were like, I don't know. And he also called her a vampire and a shark because she has like bluish green eyes with like gold specks. So I don't know. Tell the seat thing. Whatever.
Oh, alright, so this kid in front of us, he's like a bit like on the feminine side. And apparently he has this duct tape that's zebra print and it's pink. But
He's a pink binder too.
Yeah, he has a pink binder too. But he's like the coolest kid ever. And he sits like in front of us with this other used to. This other gay kid like in front of us. And they're both like the same height and in the same grade. So I was like, was banging on his seat and I was like, Sean, what are you doing to your seat?
It was so funny. Oh, we named names. Oh, well.
Oh, we named names.
Oh,
They didn't hear that.
Name names.
That did not just come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And anyways, I'll just go ahead and say it. We call him Seanful. The other people call him Shawnita. So, yeah.
When something's like pink or whatever, we'll go, oh, that's Shawniful.
Yeah, when something's like really smart, we're like, oh my gosh, it's so Shawniful. Like, it's really funny. Like, okay, the black guy in the corner. Okay, there's this black guy on the corner, and I go, Taylor, and I was like, look at this thirsty trick. And she looks out the window, she's like, what? And he, like, saw her, so he goes, and, like, waves, and she goes, like, whoops.
Oh, I almost forgot what that was. Alright, so every day when we get off the bus, we'll go, have a nice day, ma'am. We just, like, randomly did it one day. And now we say it, like, every time we get off the bus. This is why our bus driver freaking loves us to death.
Yeah, he, like, cracks up every
He
time we
does.
say that. It's really funny. Okay, okay, so we listen to music on the bus, and every single day, usually we listen to Look At Me Now. And when it goes, with Poppinstein, nothing 5, I go, it's Poppinstein.
Nothing, 5.
Sorry, we missed the first time. Whoopsies. Oh.
Alright, so we were listening to Trina, That's My Attitude, and I go, ooh, Trina, that's my girl.
I was like, did you really just say that?
She was like, are you serious? I was like, oh, I'm dead serious right now.
That was a really recent one. That happened like 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. It was really funny. So yeah, that's all of our bus jokes we have. So stay tuned for part 2.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Just kidding.